Are you torn between choosing to become a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner or a family nurse practitioner? Well, you're in luck. In this video, I'm going to be going over several different reasons why you should become a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner over a family nurse practitioner. So stay tuned. What's going on, everyone? It's the Psych Dude back again with another video. If you are new to this channel, let me formally introduce myself. I'm the Psych Dude. I'm a board certified psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, and in this channel I go over several different subjects to educate the public about mental health, ways to improve your overall lifestyle, and topics related to psychiatric nurse practitioners like myself. I hope you guys truly enjoy this video about why I chose to become a psychiatric nurse practitioner over a family nurse practitioner. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also don't forget to click on the bell button to be notified when I do come out with another video. Don't forget to add me on Instagram at the Psych Dude. Without further ado, let's get this video started. Welcome back, Psych Dude family. It's amazing seeing all of you guys again. So you probably clicked this video wondering, why exactly did you choose to become a Psych NP over an FNP? And honestly, that's an amazing question, and it took a little bit of time just to try to figure out exactly why I wanted to become a Psych NP over being an FNP. And honestly, at that time, I was just barely leaving my job as a Psych RN in an inpatient setting, and I was finishing up orientation in the ICU, but I still had a side gig in a RN outpatient setting per diem. So during that time, when I was going through all of those changes, I had to actually make a decision on whether I wanted to become a Psych NP or FNP, and it was extremely tough to decide because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do at that specific time. Because one, I had experience and I loved psych. I loved helping this type of population of patients. But on the other hand, is as a FNP you can actually work in psych, and I didn't know if I wanted just to become an FNP and then have that basic medical background and then work in psych and have that knowledge. And at that time I'm like, what should I do? And I'm sure a lot of you guys are having the same decision to make, whether or not you want to become a Psych NP or FNP. So I'm going to be giving you 5 different reasons why I chose to become a Psych NP, ultimately by sitting down and making this list and deciding, okay, this is why I want to become a Psych NP over an FNP. So without further ado, here are 5 different reasons why I chose to become a Psych NP over the FNP route. Enjoy. So reason number 1 is specialization. So I know I mentioned earlier that I love the fact that FNPs can work in so many different settings out there. You can work in the ER, you can work in the ICU, you can work in the urgent care setting, you can work in psych, you can work surgery, you can do things like this. But on the other hand, I use that as a con is because as a NP, I want to be the best at what I do. And unfortunately, as a FNP, you learn so many different subjects that you don't necessarily learn in-depth knowledge of everything unless you go ahead and specialize in a certain thing. But again, that's more school. So one reason why I chose this is because I wanted to actually be in a specialty. A lot of different colleagues of mine at the time were like, you need to specialize. Specialty is the way to go, especially doctors are starting to figure it out because they have to specialize in order to be competitive and be out there and have a job, as opposed to being a general practitioner where there's so many jobs out there, but there's so many different general practitioners out there, and you want to be able to be competitive. So in order for you to stay competitive is by specializing, and that's a reason why I chose to become a Psych NP, is because I'm able to specialize in psychiatric and mental health. Plus, it sounds pretty cool when you say, oh, I'm a board certified psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, and patients at that point get to trust you a little bit better, especially when they're seeing you for psych mental health issues and you specialize within that subject. So reason number 2 is you gain further knowledge in psychiatric disorders and psychiatric medications. I believe this is an important one. It's because I actually found it fascinating learning about different psychiatric disorders and the psychiatric medication component of it. I know when I was thinking about becoming FNP that you would actually touch upon it and go through learning psychiatric medications, psychiatric disorders, but upon speaking to so many FNPs that were already FNPs or they've gone through the program, they say that they barely touch upon psychiatric medications. I even confirmed this with my mom, who is a FNP, saying that her knowledge base of psychiatric medications is unfortunately not as good as she wants it to be, and in order for her at that point, when she wanted to focus more on psychiatric medications, she actually had to take additional class just to learn more information about psychiatric meds, just in case she actually had to deal with patients that were on psychiatric medications, which, let's be honest, a lot of patients are on psychiatric medications. So I wanted to gain that further knowledge base. Like I said, I found good amount of interest in psychiatric disorders. I loved watching these criminal cases, these criminal TV shows, and learning about how they had certain disorders, and I've actually had so much interest in learning about these things, and that's what I found a passion in. So why not combine the passion that you have for wanting to work with psychiatric mental health patients with a passion that you have for interesting things about learning about the disorders within itself, and you get to learn about psychiatric medications. So this was a good reason why I wanted to choose the Psychiatric Nurse Practitioner specialty over the Family Nurse Practitioner specialty. So reason number 3 is lack of providers. So as you already know, if you watch some of my videos, I've already mentioned now there are a lack of providers out there. So there are not that many people out there that are treating psychiatric mental health disorders. There are psychiatrists and there are other Psych NPs, but the amount of psychiatrists and Psych NPs compared to general practitioners is probably really slim compared to them. So I would recommend, the reason why I chose to become a Psych NP is because there are not that many of us out there. So when I was in the inpatient setting, I was lucky enough to actually shadow a Psych NP that worked inpatient, and I was able to talk to him about different things, and I actually brought up my dilemma in terms of wanting to choose either a Psych NP or a FNP, and I was asking him if he even considered being FNP, and he did. But at that time he was telling me that there are so many different providers that are FNPs, and there are minimal amount of providers that are Psych NPs, and unfortunately at that time, just to see him in the outpatient setting, it probably takes about 3 months if you're a new patient. And at that time I was like, dang, that kind of sucks. It's because how is it to the point where it takes 3 months just to see you and other providers when you can see a regular urgent care provider right away? And the thing about it is, so many people struggle with mental health disorders, and there are not that many of us to actually treat it and get left undiagnosed or not treated, because waiting 3 months just to seek care, it sucks. So might as well not even do it, or to self-medicate. So I wanted to make this change, so I decided to go into this specialty because I wanted to provide care and maybe help closing that gap between the amount of time that a patient sees a provider by having more providers out there. And that's the reason why I'm trying to spread the word out too, is because I want people to be able to understand that we need providers out there to help all of these patients. So reason number 4, salary. Honestly, money isn't everything, but if you can combine your passion and doing what you love to do with a higher salary, then why not do it, you know? So upon deciding whether or not I should become a Psych NP or FNP, I was taking this in consideration because, let's be honest, FNP and Psych NP school is extremely hard, and you're gonna have to bust your butt off just to actually compete and do well in school. Thinking about my RN salary at the time and thinking about NP salaries, I was looking at FNP salaries compared to RN salaries is probably close to $3 to $5 to even $7 difference between the two. But when looking at Psych NPs, you're probably at least getting a $10 raise. If you're gonna be the best at what you want to do and you're gonna bust your butt off for 2 to 3 years of school, all that sacrifice, the money it takes to go to school, why not do it in something, one, you love, and then two, something that's going to compensate you enough for all that hard work and all that time you're going to put into when you're seeing these types of patients. So that's another reason why I chose the Psych NP route, even though it's lower on my list of factors that decided to become a Psych NP over FNP. It's something that I had to consider, because if you're gonna be getting paid only $2 to $3 more than what you're getting as an RN for sacrificing for 3 years of your life for school, it's probably not best for you to do so, because you can just make an impact as an RN in another way and still get paid probably the same amount as an NP. So take that in consideration. So reason number 5. So you probably waited this whole video just to find out why I chose to become a Psych NP over FNP, and this reason is because of job opportunities. So this was my top reason, because I was honestly extremely scared that I would graduate NP school, work extremely hard just to not have a job when I graduate. I was scared of not having that job, and unfortunately I've heard horror stories of FNPs that still work as RNs because they can't find a job as an NP, and if they did find a job, it wasn't in any specialty that they wanted to be in, or they honestly just lowballed them. My main thing was I want to come out of school with a job, and luckily enough, as a Psych NP, I had multiple job offers lined up when I graduated, and many of my classmates had multiple job offers. And that's the beauty of Psych NPs, is there's so many different job opportunities out there. Like I said earlier, there's so many FNPs out there, but a scarce amount of jobs. But on the other hand, there's so little amount of Psych NPs, but there's so many different jobs, because a lot of people have mental health issues, and a lot of patients of these are wanting to be helped, but there are not that many providers, so they need more providers, hence opening up more jobs. So this was the main reason on why I chose to become a Psych NP over at FNP. Well guys, this concludes my video. Now that you know my reasoning why I chose to become a Psych NP over FNP, I hope this video helps you decide on which path you want to take in terms of choosing to become a Psych NP or choosing to become an FNP. And regardless of which path you take and choose, you made a right one. And I just want to say thank you for continuing to help our patients, to help our population, and doing your part to help the needs. So if you do choose to become an FNP, thank you for everything you do, and it's special becoming an FNP because your knowledge base is so large, and that you can do so much with helping all types of populations. And if you do choose to become a Psych NP, thank you so much also, because you're doing a great part in wanting to help the patients with mental health disorders, because we need more providers like you. So whatever decision you make, I just want to say thank you for everything. Also guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and click the bell button to be notified when I do come out with another video. And don't forget guys, that at 1,000 subscribers I'm going to be doing a giveaway. It's something that's going to help future Psych NPs, Psych NP students, and actual Psych NPs practice on a day-to-day basis. And I actually use this on a day-to-day basis, and it helps me choose different medications. It helps me do better decision making, things like that. So be aware of that. At 1,000 subscribers guys, please share my channel with all of your friends and get subscriptions, and the sooner I get to 1,000, I'm gonna be able to give that do that giveaway for you guys. So I did put my email down in the description box. If you have any inquiries or you have any questions that are long in length you want to ask, please feel free to email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you have any short questions that you want to ask, go ahead and feel free to comment down below, and I'll be more than welcome to answer those questions also. Okay guys, so I guys hope you guys have a wonderful day. I really appreciate all of you guys for taking your time to see this video, and to like this video, and to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all of you. The Psych Dude's out. Have a good one.